in this game. And Craig, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. We've got Williams. Jalen Green is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's O'Neal in at the 4 spot. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Green against Brown. And it's Green slamming it down.
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Murray looking around. Pass to Jokic. Just 4 to shoot. Brown's shot is off. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Warriors. Green kicks to Booker. Fires from deep. And it's Denver with the rebound. Like we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Booker the pass to Green. A kick out to O'Neal. A three-pointer off the mark. Denver's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Jokic against Williams. Johnson in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Johnson's got 6 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Booker. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
No, Booker's strength is underrated, and it was on display with that finish.
And here is Murray. Last game, 26 points. Count it. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Now Green. His last outing, he had 18 points. O'Neal finds Brooks. Launches a 3. And Brown pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 8. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, Denver with the triple.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Now we get a chance to check out Nikola Jokic. Last season, he played outstanding. Second in assists, and a terrific year for him in terms of scoring. How about third in the NBA?
And back to him finishing runner-up in assists. His court vision, his ability to control the pace of a game makes him especially impossible to defend. Inside, Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
O'Neal against Gordon, and the wide-open shot from Green. Phoenix, no good that time either. Here's Denver now. They're on a 17-4 run. Brown, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th assist in this one. Suns trail by 16. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, nobody is quite sure just how the partnership of Devin Booker and Jalen Green will play out in the desert. They were just one of 3 backcourts to average 20 points per game. each last season. But with so many overlapping qualities, it's not the most obvious fit. But many in the league feel that Green could mold himself actually after Booker, and that gives the Suns another potential offensive focal point. Everyone around the league is curious to see how they'll make this work, guys.
A dangerous duo for sure. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, guys. Devin Booker's focused on hooping and leaving a legacy. He said, my thing is, and Kobe said it too, inspiring the youth is everything. A kid grows up and is like, man, I want to be Devin. I want to dress like him. I want to play like him. And that's what makes me wake up in the morning. Back to you.
Truly a role model for that next generation. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Murray against Booker. Murray, the pass to Valanciunas. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Suns in second.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious. And it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
And we saw last season the Nuggets, GA, in the final week of the regular season, making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seemed like there's been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Here's Murray. He has 7. Hardaway is free on Booker. Open shot by Murray. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
Pass to Allen. There's a screen. Rebound by the Nuggets. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And, boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Gillespie. Count it.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Gordon with the screen from Murray. And here's Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. We've got Goodwin. Nick Richards out there with Fleming. Then there's Grayson Allen. And it's done in at the 3. Watson the screen. And Watson slams it in.
And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Not the greatest effort there defensively, and he took advantage.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them. And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
To the middle, here's Richards. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Valanciunas sets a screen for Brown. Brown wide open, he fires. That three off the mark. For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
Pass to Brown. Watson the screen. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Great power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Brown finds Valanciunas. Watson for three. Trains the three-pointer. Watson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And the Suns here with a different look. Williams is checked in for Nick Richards. O'Neal comes in for Fleming. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Dunn. And it's Devin Booker in for Goodwin. Hardaway against Brooks. Inside, here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And when we look at this Suns team, Tim, over the last few seasons, what's the first word that comes to mind for you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say underachievement. You think back to 2021, 2 wins away from an NBA title. They made some swing for the fences type of decisions, and, well, it just didn't pan out.
Brown with it. Williams picks him up. Jokic inside. He's guarded by Booker. 5 to shoot. Jokic kicks to Watson. Hardaway for 3. Rebound by Williams. Suns trail by 14. It's Brooks on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Allen outside. O'Neal misses. Denver's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Down low. Here's Jokic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Booker with it. Picked up by Brown. Up again. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets lead by 16.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Strother. A three-pointer, no good. For Phoenix, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Denver's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway's got his first 3 points of the game.
Corner jumper right in Hardaway's wheelhouse.
A kick out to O'Neal. And again, it's the Suns missing. Nuggets have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Jokic inside. He's guarded by Williams. Jokic against Williams. Jokic passes to Watson. And stolen by Booker. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. Strother grabs the miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Launches it. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
O'Neal on the wing. Brooks kicks to Allen. Pocket 6. Can they get it? And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic just got his 6th rebound on the night.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The offense has been well engineered, kind of like diesel engine, but much, much more advanced. More like a...
All right, guys, time. And that concludes.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. That's the groove that David Adelman's going out there with to start the second half. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. Tim, in your career, you've played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Kevin?
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Alan.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Green. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 21 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Murray, good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
O'Neal passes to Green. Williams, a screen on Brown. Offensive rebound. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
Murray against Williams. Stolen by Brooks. Booker outside. There's Green with the 3. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Jokic a screen. And Murray. Here we go. Booker against Jokic. And he converts the layup. Jokic has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
And we're seeing Cam Johnson take his offensive game, GA, to another level.
Upping his scoring while remaining efficient. Most of his shots coming from long distance, but he can put the ball in the bucket from just about anywhere.
No, Booker is too good of a shooter if you don't get there in time.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Allen's checked in for Devin Booker. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Suns third, number 5, the Nuggets.
And it's no secret that both of these teams rely heavily on the three-point shot. That was the case last year. Look at those numbers.
Allen outside, back to Green, and Green slams it in.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
To the paint. And it's Gordon missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Gordon a screen to the inside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
2 minutes remaining.
Williams has a screen for Green. And Williams with the stuff.
Heads-up play by Green, using the pick and roll to create space for his team.
So David Adelman decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Phoenix. Gordon with a screen on Green. Lob pass to Gordon. Murray finds Gordon. Outside for Murray. Gordon with the screen for Murray. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Gordon missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Allen's shot is off.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Murray against Green. Back to Johnson. Valanciunas sets a screen for Murray. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And how about the awareness from Valanciunas? He read the pick and roll coverage there beautifully.
And stolen by Murray. 55 seconds left in the third. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, they got a little loose with the ball right there, but in general, they've avoided the big mistakes, and they're running away with this.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Dunn, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Goodwin comes in for Brooks, and it's Booker in for Jalen Green. And Booker kicks to Dunn. And he's good on the 3-ball. Dunn's got 5.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Gordon a screen. Murray outside. Pass to Gordon. The layup missed.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Booker looking around. Allen for 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
And right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. We've got Goodwin. Devin Booker out there with Grayson Allen. Then there's Dunn, and it's Richards in its center. Here's Watson, and Watson slams it in.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Booker the pass to Richards. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas, reaching out and just swatting that shot away.
Richards, no good. The Nuggets leading by 14. Here's Murray. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Goodwin dishes to Dunn. Dunn with a screen on Murray. Here's Booker for Murray, and Devin Booker in the paint.
Well, this is why Booker is one of the best 2 guards in the game. He is more than just a shooter.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Hardaway comes in for Johnson. And Christian Brown subbed in for Murray. And Phoenix also making a switch. Williams is checked in. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Allen's shot is off.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Inside, Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Watson kicks to Jokic. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. On the wing, Hardaway. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
Jokic with the screen on Booker. Pass to Jokic. Now, here's Watson. Puts it up. Just 3 to shoot. Fires for 3. Brown's shot is off.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Allen kicks to Goodwin. And here's Booker. Takes the 3. Booker with a 3. He is a knockdown shooter.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Jokic with the screen on Booker. Brown the pass to Jokic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. That's now 8 points for Jokic.
Jokic so clever at taking advantage in that pick and roll.
Now here's Booker. Williams a screen on Brown. Oh, great touch off the pass.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. See both teams changing it up here. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. Fantastic finish by Booker.
Yeah, Booker getting it done at every level. He is just a bucket getter.
And stolen by Booker. Gordon with the rebound. Denver leading by 12. Now Jokic. Here's Murray. Now Johnson for 3. And down goes the 3.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Booker inside. Murray on him. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson rips down the board.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And he makes that one count.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nuggets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
And when he's dominant on the glass, his team benefits in so many ways. He took a lot of pressure off of his teammates tonight.
That one is off. And so here's Phoenix. It's a 13-point game. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now Allen. Shot from 12. Not that time. It won't go. Here's Pickett. Now Valanciunas. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they... Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
This summer, the NBA owners approving the $1.5 billion sale of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Sean.
How about that? An absolute steal. We're never going to see a team sold for $1.5 billion again, BA. When you see a team selling like that, it means more investments are coming. The Wolves play in the second oldest arena in the NBA, so I'm told getting a new one built over the next decade is the next order of business for the Timberwolves.
Feels like the right time for an up-and-coming team. They were almost there last season. So let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Johnson, the small forward, with Gordon holding down the 4. And it's Jokic in at the 5, down low. Johnson with a bucket.
The catch and shoot is exactly what you're looking for. Cam Johnson, one of the best shooters in the league.
It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Brown, and he makes it. Edwards got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Randall, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Just a little too eager for that rebound. As a result, gets called for the over the back.
To me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
Edwards a screen on Gordon. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Randall. And that's now 7 points for Anthony Edwards. And with two of the league's smaller market teams facing off in last year's finals, Shams, any problem with that?
On one hand, BA, it definitely takes the audience some getting used to, but for Commissioner Adam Silver, it's a sign that the league's changes are working as intended. So much parity, it gives every team, if well-managed, a chance to compete. And the Pacers and Thunder both certainly fit that description. This is a wide-open league right now.
NBA is fertile ground if it's well-managed. That's the key. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. DiVincenzo against Murray. Down low. Pass to Brown. Three-pointer. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
And just far too many turnovers. You can't expect to win if you can't protect the ball.
That's exactly right. Miscues drive a coach crazy. You're giving them more opportunities than you're giving yourself, and that's always problematic.
Nice work by Gordon, stretching the floor, opening things up with his range.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Coach told me Jamal Murray is at the top of their scouting report. He said to me pregame, Murray is the ideal combo guard. He can excel on or off the ball. That is what makes him tough to deal with. You just never know how he'll attack you. Brian, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And with picks 2 and 3 in this year's draft, Shams, we saw the Spurs and the Sixers add to already crowded backcourt rotation.
The draft is really a talent grab, so you have to go for the best available. But we saw in the finals the value of having multiple guys who can play with the ball in their hands, spread the floor, do multiple things on the court, and the competitiveness is a big part of this. The ability to play both ends is a big part of this. So all of those traits increasingly important to win in today's NBA.
Now here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame them.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. The three is up. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got his second basket on the night.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Outside Brown. Pass to Jokic. Now Gordon from behind the arc. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Randall. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Well, we know about three-pointers, but rim threats provide that counterbalance too, Shams.
No doubt. Protecting the rim, playing defense, and playing with verticality, that's very, very important. And we saw a lot of draft picks going to mobile, athletic big men, guys who can protect and punish the rim while also being able to move their feet. You need to have a defensive presence down low.
There's so much ground to cover defensively in the NBA now.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Denver. Watson comes in for Gordon. Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. Murray passes to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I tell you, you allow Jonas Valanciunas space, and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
To the paint. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Murray. Last game for him, he picked up 13. And it's Murray finishing it off.
You see the speed there. Love watching Murray go right towards the rim and convert.
Conley passes to Miller. Here's Dillingham, guarded by Brown. Back to Miller. Pass to Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Valanciunas with a rebound.
That's their plan to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Murray with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Stolen by Conley. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Screen by Watson. Left side Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Mike Conley out there with Dillingham. And it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Nuggets trail by 9. And you talk to front office insiders, they'll tell you depth is a necessity for a winning team, Shams.
With more parity, that comes more competition. And I'm told front office executives are continuing to scout players that they feel bring that competitive drive, that desire, that will to want to play and compete on a nightly basis. Because these games this season gets long. It's not as frequent when you can just coast through games. You need some real horses to finish the race of the regular season.
Yeah, good point. Here's Randall, and he banks in the layup. Randall's got 10 points.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Murray against Conley. Murray inside, and stolen by Gobert. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Deflected. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Murray. Again, Denver scores.
So active on offense. Murray doing it himself.
Pass to Randall. The kick out to Ingles. Fires the 3. Watson with the rebound. Nuggets trail by 7. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Guys?
He can lock it down. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Anthony Edwards has checked in for Minnesota. And then for Denver, Jokic comes in for Valanciunas. And it's Christian Brown in for Jamal Murray. Throws it up high. Oh, he touched it while it was over the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Denver has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And when it comes to NBA moves, a pretty great summer for the state of Texas, Shams.
Ton of action in Texas. Cooper Flagg to Dallas, Dylan Harper to San Antonio, and Kevin Durant to Houston. These are major moves, and it's going to be hard to mess with Texas. These teams are loading up. They're all trying to be a contender in the Western Conference.
That Texas triangle is going to be formidable once again real soon. Brown against Conley. Pass to Randall. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Jokic with a screen on Conley. The drive by Brown. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Randall outside. To the inside. Oh, the tower with the power move.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Jokic the screen. Here's Brown. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Randall, left side. Left block shot on the way. Rebounded by Denver. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
The last 7 league MVPs born outside the United States, Shams. The game is going global. What's next?
So, B.A., Adam Silver cited this statistic. 5 years from now, almost 40% of the youth of the world will live in Africa. I think we'll see a lot of investment in developing that talent, not to mention captivating fans in that market, but really around the world. That's what the NBA is, a global sport.
Do you think we'll see teams, divisions, possibly groups of teams in certain areas around the world that'll be part of the NBA?
The NBA Europe is very much in the works. There could be a real league there with the NBA.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed's checked in for Randall. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Dillingham. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. Looking to win the run. Edwards, no good.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Brown against McDaniels. The drive by Brown. And here's Jokic outside. Nails it from 3. Jokic has got 7 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, great pass to Jokic when he's ready to fire. And then he's straight into his motion.
Sinks the tray.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
DiVincenzo against Jokic. Back to Brown. Let's go with a 3. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got assist number 5 here tonight. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
EA, no problem. Always glad to join. I got to go. I got to get to this meeting.
Dude.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
Brown against Reed. Pass to Jokic. DiVincenzo with the steal. From 20 feet. The kick out to Edwards. Off target from three-point range. Oh, and Gobert powers it home. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
And I'll tell you, that's the very last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Gordon comes in for Watson. Hardaway with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. DiVincenzo with the steal. And that one is stuffed right through.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Nuggets on top, leading by 1. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
All right, guys, let's move. And that's a wrap-up.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Julius Randle has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce to see how Nikola Jokic is doing. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got some news from the Nuggets head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Despite the longer time frame for a full recovery, the training staff is letting him play. We'll be keeping you updated as we hear more, but for now, he's not going to let this slow him down.
Thanks as always, Allie. Appreciate the report.
That's so true, but it is also what we expect to happen. It is part of every professional sports league. In the NBA, the schedule, obviously a grind. Injuries happen, but we hear this all the time. It's next man up. Somebody's injury could be an opportunity for somebody to get minutes and do something with those minutes.
On the court for the Nuggets, Brown at the 2, Johnson at the 3. Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. And it's Murray in at the 1. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Randall. Inside, here's McDaniels. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, making it look very easy. Right at the rim, McDaniels with the finish.
Jokic the screen. Jokic is double to the paint. 6 to shoot. Randall with a steal. Pass to Reed. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Reed's got his first 2 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Murray passes to Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic with a screen on DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
Brown, he's checked in for Brown. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. Number 1, Denver.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league. Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Murray against DiVincenzo. Oh, Murray with the touch inside.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
Pass to Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And Edwards slams it in.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Back to Johnson. Now Jokic. Out to Gordon. Fires from deep. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 7 assists in the game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
McDaniels from long range. Pure from three-point range. McDaniels got 9.
Oh, Mr. McDaniels with the response. How competitive is this guy?
Jokic with a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Murray. Counted. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, we know he's got a lot of tools in the toolbox, but the finger roll might be the sweetest of them all.
Here's DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 2-point game. Jokic with a screen on DiVincenzo. Murray passes to Jokic. Oh, he's a monster. Jokic just flexing out here.
And this is what makes Jokic an MVP caliber talent. His ability to dominate the defense.
DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. Randall on the screen. Back to DiVincenzo. Over Murray. Rebounded by Denver.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
1:43 left in the third quarter. Johnson passes to Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a look now at Minnesota's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets.
And you know, for that matchup with New York, that will be game number 8 on the schedule for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things by then.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And Denver with a change here, too. Valanciunas has checked in. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you, Brian. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Well, Mike Conley has proven a consistent three-point shooter in his career. Get a hand up, folks.
Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. Murray passes to Valanciunas, and here's Murray. Gordon with a screen on Conley. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Boy, sloppy play. A supreme lack of focus. That's 4 turnovers for him now.
Juzang, he's checked in for Clark. And Denver with a change here, too. Brown's checked in for Jamal Murray. Pass to Gobert. Outside Conley. To the left side wing. Here's Juzang. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Gordon, the pass to Brown. Releases. Kick out to Brown. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Ingles. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. You couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Dillingham out there with Mike Conley. And it's Ingles in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
For 3, Randall. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now. Gordon can't hit. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Dillingham. Randall against Gordon. From outside the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch-and-shoot game. All right, Mike.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. A different look for Denver. Jokic is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Najee in for Gordon. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, "Don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you."
Thanks for that, Allie. And let's go to the sidelines for a report on Jamal Murray. Allie, what have you heard?
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Nuggets about his status. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Even though this is typically considered a moderate time frame to full recovery, he is indeed potentially able to play, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. Back to you.
Thanks for the update there, Allie. Obviously, guys, you hate to see an injury like this.
Yeah, just so tough. It comes with the territory of being a professional athlete. But yes, here's hoping he recovers soon.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Conley. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Brown passes to Najee. Now Jokic, defended by Gobert. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Conley. Here's Dillingham. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. And it's Randall that time on the assist by Gobert. And the Timberwolves lead by 6. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. Fires for 3. Randall pulls down the board.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And out of bounds. Denver will have it. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Naz Reid's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Ingles. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Dillingham. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. And then for Denver, Gordon, he's checked in for Najee. Johnson comes in for Hardaway. And Murray subbed in for Brown. DiVincenzo with the steal. There's the drive. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Wow, how about the navigation off the drive from Dante DiVincenzo? That is nice.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Jokic with a screen on DiVincenzo. Murray drives in. Strong drive by Murray.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Reid, a screen on Brown. Outside Reid. Launches it. Good. The assist goes to Edwards.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Nuggets trail by 9. Outside Murray. Johnson outside. Here's Jokic. Screen by Gordon. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
Well, tremendous understanding right there of Aaron Gordon. In the pick and roll using size and quick thinking. Nice.
Reid with it. Checked by Gordon. Puts it up from 12. Gordon pulls it down.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Jokic the screen. Outside Murray. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Ooh, it doesn't go. 1:53 left to play in the 4th quarter. Murray against DiVincenzo. Jokic with a screen on DiVincenzo. Now Jokic. Cleared away by Reid.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Here's McDaniels. Now Reid. Quick 2. Oh, net.
Yeah, Naz Reid has a power aspect to his game. Size, strength, the ability to score through contact.
And that one falls for Reid. And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic with a screen on DiVincenzo. Murray slicing in from deep. Oh, it doesn't go.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Timberwolves.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. just another day at the office for Julius Randle.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
That's what he wanted! They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Outside DiVincenzo. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have